Welcome to Spurs Vision TV. Good morning to all you guys in Asia. It's about 12:15 a.m. here in Malaysia and most parts of Asia, right? And some of you guys are still, I guess, will be in the, well, say good evening to you guys too. And of course, good afternoon to Brad Rocks Matthews.
Hello,
Good afternoon.
yes,
And Al's live. Yeah, talk to them.
I thought if I can't
Sorry,
beat them, I
Spurs.
might as well join them. Usually.
Yeah. And I like the last part of the your intro, right? Al will wake up at 5:30, and then he'll join Spurs Vision TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then he'll hop on to another channel, right? Let me bring on a guest, right? Hi, Ian.
Hi
Hey,
guys,
guys,
hi
guys,
Brad, Eugene.
He's got a trophy.
Yeah, wow. You see,
Yeah,
Talking
he's got a
about
trophy.
when I see your
dear.
when I see your trip to Musselburgh yesterday, Ian.
yeah, I went. For whatever reason, I got tempted to. Hi, Jamie. I got tempted to
Jamie.
buy a share in a racehorse. So I bought a share in a racehorse for the sheer hell of it. And the thing romped in yesterday at 10-1. First time in a Class 2 race. First time out. Just ran gorgeously. So it wasn't just me. There's I don't know 10 or 12 other people that have got shares in it. Otherwise, it's way out of my league financially. But what fun!
But you still won a trophy.
Yeah,
More than Spurs have done in how many years?
Won a trophy. I think one of the owners has taken it. I haven't taken it. Maybe if we win another one, I'll get to bring that home. But I mean, I didn't see the game. We were actually in the champagne room getting our champagne and pictures and everything when it came through that we'd got beat. And anyway, we are where we are. But I haven't seen the game, so my contribution today will be somewhat limited.
Ian, am I right in saying at Musselburgh, they have one of the oldest golf courses in Britain?
Yeah, it may even be the oldest one.
Yeah, I played there. I played there a good few years back.
Yeah, a lot of these Scottish links courses, some of them on the East Coast, are absolutely gorgeous as well. But we are blessed with just gorgeous golf courses. If you played there,
yeah, I played there. And we had. It was when you walked in from the club, like got changed and all that, to go to the restaurant. It was like walking through the halls. It was like walking through an old hospital.
Yeah,
it reminded you of that.
I mean, a lot of them, Alan, have changed their rules. I mean, for example, I've been quite near here, Royal Troon, a few times. And they, golfing apparel's fine, despite the fact that, you're welcomed in by the, whatever he calls you, the commissioner or whatever is, what have you. And the locker rooms are absolutely beautiful. You no longer need, and the restaurants, you no longer need a jacket and tie just to go in.
They changed the rules.
Nearest I've got to that is when I was a kid, my uncle took my dad and our family to the swimming pool at Glen Eagles. They're about to film the Hogmanay on BBC Scotland or something. So they turfed us. They turfed us out, and we ended up going to the Hydro Hotel in Achtermochte.
Achtermochte. Oh, yeah. Good.
What's that?
That's in Fife. That's probably about an hour's drive from Glen Eagles. 40 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I know. It was lots of old guys in kilts and and it was a 12 course meal, of which I was only
Jamie. There's lots of old guys in here, but I'm not sure whether we're in kilts or not.
No.
This can't see it. I can say I'm not wearing a kilt.
I guarantee I'm not wearing one.
Okay, I hope you're not going commando. No. I was only about 12. I wasn't up to speed yet. So out of the 12 courses, I think I only managed 3.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys. Just a big shout out to the guys.
Champagne ice cream.
Yeah. Hi, Jens. Big up to you, Jens. Thanks for joining us.
That doesn't make any sense unless you link the previous comments.
Yeah.
Always look on the Brighton side of life.
Big up to Ben. Ben. Yep, the coffee shop. Yep. Derek Hutchinson, big up to Derek, right? And of course, Carl Simpson. Yep, good afternoon, gents. I hope you're all well. We can be as well as we can be, right? Since what happened yesterday. But guys, it's just,
I haven't
I don't know
even
what to
opened it
say.
yet.
Just wondering what's
Sorry, my wife and I are bickering over potato chips.
okay. Yeah, I guess it is what it is, right? We've been having such a good
My
form,
wife
and
says
yesterday.
hello.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is what it is. We've been having such a good form, and we didn't turn up yesterday at home. I guess that's
No,
what
Ian
happened,
did.
right?
He was at the horse racing.
I was saying, Jamie, Ian's got a trophy. Yeah, yeah. Ian's got a trophy. Yeah. Ian's got a trophy. Yeah, of course, what Derek says is true, right? Once you got wings and morale equals to lose. Yeah. But I guess maybe a lot of us are making excuses, trying to make blame here and there. But the team just didn't show up.
Yeah, Conte
So,
blamed the weather.
no, usually I blame the weather, right? Whenever it rains.
One of the stories said that Conte was blaming the weather as one of the reasons why we lost.
Okay.
Well, why was it too hot or what?
I don't know, something possibly. I heard mention in the commentary something about the Oh no, we are talking TV. Something about the shadow being cast by the stadium shape.
Okay.
I was
And
going
then
to
you
say
blame-
the ground was good to soft, but maybe that isn't quite the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I blame the colours that Brighton wore because they are green, and I think they blended in the pitch. You couldn't see them.
Ben was saying, "I wish I didn't leave the coffee shop." Right, it was more fun.
Ben, I wish I'd have gone there and to the coffee shop as well.
Yeah,
Sounds like a lot more fun.
Yeah, but guys, honestly, I guess along this journey to top four, where we are still sitting there, surprisingly, Arsenal didn't take advantage. Right, MU had to do another Cristiano Ronaldo show again, to more or less catch up a bit. Right, but I guess we are still in control of our own destiny.
Yep.
Right, so it is what it is. We lost. Right, I mean, we weren't gonna win all of our last 8 games, were we? Right,
No.
I don't think that would have happened. And of course, Paul Brown. Yes, happy Easter to all you guys who are celebrating Easter. Right, yeah, big up. Right, but it is what it is. We lost, and a lot of people said that Conte had COVID. And he didn't take training up close and personal, and the boys just got complacent, right? Maybe it was just really complacency, right? And Jamie, what are you eating now?
Chips, the ones he was fighting with his wife over.
Okay, all right.
As I didn't see the game, can I put a perspective from someone who didn't see what happened, who's just heard bits, and that's from what I mean. I'm a big Potter fan. I think this man still has a massive future in the game. And from what I've picked up, he just outthought and outplayed Conte, blocking off the spaces in the middle of the field when Kane came back. Was it Basuma was there, constantly filling that gap. So there was no room to exploit. They beat Arsenal last week. They're no mugs. If they had, if just finished, Brad. If they had more punch up front, they would be, comfortably inside the top 10 because they're a good side and they do get players forward and they defend solidly. They attack as a group. Go on.
My impression was, and fair play to Brighton. If you look at all the stats, and as I always say, I'm not really much of a stats man, but they had more shots on goal, on target, or the whole works. We didn't have one shot on target. The impression I got in the first half was very similar to Newcastle in that we're taking it calm and more or less waiting for them to break, which is what Newcastle did. Newcastle fell in a hole and we beat them comfortably. Problem was, Brighton are a better team than Newcastle and they didn't break. And quite rightly what you said, Ian, they were pinching the space that we normally go into. Our wing-backs didn't get back forward at all. No matter what you think of Emerson or Reguilon as wing-backs, they never got forward, very rarely. And the other thing is, when you're playing those sort of games, you got to try and change it. We are very, very pedestrian in the first half. The whole game.
Brad, you were there, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it was so slow.
Lethargic.
Sorry,
the lethargic performance.
Yeah, it was back to Nuno. It was back to Nuno. I remember going to West Ham and being behind the goal. They were just passing side to side to side to side to side to side, back to side. That's what we were doing all of yesterday. It was really a poor performance. Whether you put it down to complacency, I don't know. I tell you what has been complacent. I think our supporters have been complacent because I predicted to win, but a lot of people in all of these chats were saying, "Oh, 4-1, 5-1, we're going to win easy, 3-0." Yeah, no, we're not. You know, they went to Arsenal. You know, they beat Arsenal and that sort of thing. They're not. You know, they're a hard team. I still expected us to win, and even I would have even reluctantly accepted a draw. Because I thought, well, you know what? I predicted a draw against Villa and a win against Brighton. So if we'd have drawn yesterday, my predictions would have been correct points-wise. So to see that goal in the last bit, a goal that they should have cleared, I don't know how they've never cleared that. It's just very, very poor. And they just seem to get stuck. Just seem to not want to move, you know.
You're right to look on the positives, though, because we are still in charge of our own destinies. Liverpool, United go to Old Trafford, do they? Or United go to Anfield?
This week, I think it's Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and then Arsenal play West Ham before we play our next game.
No, Man United. They play Man United, Brad.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, correct. Man United.
Let's assume. No, let's not assume. Let's never assume. Let's hope that Chelsea turn over Arsenal, Liverpool turn over Manchester United, and then let's say for Man United and Arsenal, probably the best result will be a draw for us.
Yeah.
Then suddenly we'll be level with Arsenal, still be 3 points. 3 points clear with a chance of going to Brentford, and I mean that won't be easy either.
That's really difficult.
Well, we'd be 2 points. We'd be 2 points if they get a draw against Man U.
Yeah,
right.
But 2 points. If we play anything like we did yesterday, then I really worry about Brentford.
Yeah, I think the only advantage is I think Brentford will attack us and try and make it a game. Yeah, and that normally plays into our hands.
To be honest with you, Brad. I mean, I don't do stats, but from my viewing on the TV, most of the first half was spent in the Spurs area. Half of the Spurs. Because if Brighton didn't have the ball through winning it through their press, we were passing it around with a goalkeeper. Yeah, not being funny. Why Loris didn't mix it up a bit and just do a few long goal kicks just to take that press away? Just to make sure that,
which they did in the second half a lot more. In the second half, they started long balls a lot more, but then it was probably too much long balls. It's, he didn't get that balance. But
you got to respect the age of the group on the panel.
What balance?
No, long balls.
Oh, you speak for yourself, Jamie. My boys are in good shape.
It's not the boys you're worried about; it's the container.
Okay, all right. We won't go there. Right,
I suppose if I carry making these jokes, Eugene will give me the sack.
Okay. Before we go on, right? Sack or no sack, right? Chris Agamba, happy birthday, right?
Yeah, happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, Malagayanka Adawan.
I must say the one good thing about yesterday, apart from the absolutely lovely weather, I mean, it was a carnival atmosphere, which probably because of the weather and being Easter weekend, but that sort of points to that complacency among the supporters. But the weather was great, and I met a lot of the people after the game, had a nice drink and that in the Beehive pub. So so that part of the day was good. And I have to say, I don't know if they're watching, poor old Philip Brady and Ollie, who came over from Ireland. If I'm right, the last time they came over was for the Wolves game. So they've seen us lose 2-0 at home to Wolves and 1-0 at home to Brighton. So I do really feel sorry for them.
Really, yeah. But guys, moving on to actually try to dissect the game down. We weren't that great. We were lethargic. Was it because Conte wasn't around in their faces during that week, or or maybe the cat wasn't around, the mice came out to play and forgot about playing football, right? So, what do you think, Al?
Well, to be honest with you, it's sort of like, it's never a good sign when you see a player, your main player, doing so many air miles straight after the Villa game. I mean, at the end of the day, why the hell is he in Augusta watching a game of golf? I mean, I guarantee he's coming back on a Monday. He's not coming back that night, so he's mostly taking 2 or 3 days to get back, back to his normal sleep pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
didn't put full training in or anything.
Yeah, no, apparently they were given time off after the Villa game. They were given time off to do what they wanted, and then
I know, but there's doing what you want, Fred.
Yeah, love you too, Kuva. Right back at you, man.
Yeah. And Kuva, big up to Kuva.
I don't know. I think it could have affected it, but let's give credit to the way Brighton played and how we were poor. I mean, we can come up with all the excuses. We just had a very bad day.
I think, to be honest with you, I think Brighton deserve a lot more credit than people are giving them.
They do.
I thought Brighton played superbly. They closed us down. They never give us space. First half, as I say, we hardly got out of our half because they were there. They were on top of us every time we had the ball.
And again, I think if we'd have got the goal, that might have made a bit of a difference as well, and that they'd have had to have come out as a lot more.
To be honest with you, I think it would have mostly helped us. It would have mostly helped us to concede early. Because to be honest with you, the only time we started to look like we might try and do something was in the last 6 minutes after we conceded.
Yeah, Bergwijn had a chance, which he should have done better with, but
Do you think that Kulu's near red card was an indicator of how the game was going to go on?
Yeah, and Scott M is saying Kane and Son had off games, and once again we see without them we have zero creativity in attack. Bentancur having a knock didn't help.
Well, they all had off games. In fairness, I don't think.
Kulu should have been sent off, but then I don't know whether the ref was scared. But Malpa three yellow card situation in a row, and he didn't get sent off.
We
Bobby
watched the game that was on the other side of the pitch, and we all thought at the time he's off.
Hi, Bobby K.
To us when we watched.
Hi, Eugene. Hi, everybody. Brian, Jamie.
Hi,
Bobby K. And there's Mr. Harris. I'm dancing. I'll sing it.
It's Bobby K.
Oh, God bless you, man. You know how to make a guy feel better about himself. How's everybody today?
How's our favorite Canadian?
Jamie, I love you for that, man. I'm doing well. Other than the loss, it's been a great weekend. Happy Easter to all of you. God bless you and your families. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter.
Other than that, how are your boys? How are your boys?
They're well.
They were fired up before the game, and they were talking to Nick walking through the stadium.
Yes. Yeah, they were, and it was, we're all obviously disappointed with the result, but the more disappointing thing was the actual display itself. We even going into the halftime, me and the boys, Brian Daigle was over, he watched the game with us, and all of us kind of looked at each other, and we weren't overly concerned. Because of what's happened over the last few weeks with the halftime talks and everything, and we know Conte's had the ability to motivate them and bring them out just firing, going from first gear straight into fifth gear. But for some reason, we just couldn't go into second gear. In fact, it seems like we retracted coming into the second half a little bit. As poor as our first half was, I think it was better than the second half. But we were just abysmal through the entire game. There's nobody that stood out that we could say had a good game. Nobody had a good game. Some players had decent games. They did their jobs basically. But it was just very disappointing just because off the run of form we've had lately. But in reality, if we went back a half a dozen games, we almost would have expected this up and down inconsistency to continue. So, there's, now that I've calmed down, it's been 24 hours, and I've watched all of you guys, and I've listened to what you guys have had to say on different streams and stuff. It's kind of, I guess, we've all been able to rant together, vent together, and cry our tears away for yesterday's loss. And I guess misery does love company, but I do feel better now. So I'm looking forward to Brentford. I think that was the game we expected. I'm sorry?
I'm glad you do. I'll tell you something. Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I think the one thing yesterday showed, it just showed how much lack of depth we have got.
Yes, 100%.
We haven't got this, we haven't got any squad depth at all. And I mean, when I looked at that, when I looked at the subs bench when they were naming up the team lineup, it was just kind of knocked me down a peg, thinking, I don't know.
No game changers there, are there?
No.
Well, guys, hold on for a while. I have to bring on another guest, right? And this his first time doing his debut on Spurs Vision, and he deserves this.
Nice.
Hi, Ben.
Ben.
Hey, Benny!
Hello.
We're
My favorite coffee man in the world.
We're slowly merging. It's going to soon be a union of Spurswasian and Shellside Spurs.
I thought coffee.
No.
Oh, wait. Is Ben Shellside or he's top?
No, Ben. No,
I'm
Ben,
on
Ben
the
is from.
shelf side. I'm the only. If I did join shelf side, I'd be the only person on shelf side that sits on the shelf side. So
maybe you do need to join them to give them some validation.
I think we're good at this moment. They've got a perfectly good cast of people at this moment in time. That show is the greatest show anyway. So apart from maybe
You had a great show yesterday, Ben.
It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely a fun.
It was fun.
I owe you an apology, Ben. I weren't very well all day yesterday, so I haven't even got around to watching it back yet.
No problem.
Ben, have you got your own channel? I can't find you on YouTube.
Coffee Company.
I can. I'll put the link in the private chat.
Put the link in the private chat. Yeah, Coffee Company. Yeah,
second.
and we had the what? We had the bun in pink.
Yeah, the bun in pink.
I thought that was Danny Kiriakou.
Yeah.
No, the bun's Stelios, isn't it?
No.
Or is it Danny?
No,
it's
Danny.
Danny the bun.
Stelios is the coach.
Stelios is the coach.
Poor internet.
Yeah, it gets confusing. Just before Ben came in, was it Al mentioned about the lack of depth? Dane Scarlett wasn't on the bench, I noticed. So does anyone know what the story is there?
No idea at all.
Because that's
I don't know anything about that. No.
Yeah. And Ben, I put your coffee YouTube channel, Coffee Company, into the
Thank you, sir.
chats. Yep. So anybody is not joining Ben's Coffee Company for chill out time, and
I've just increased the subscription to 121.
I think I better make sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah. We all have. We all have.
Brad, because you've actually been on it.
I know.
What is this?
Terrible.
Put it this way, Ben.
He was on it in person. That's terrible, Brad. Oh man.
Ben, maybe Brad thought he was part of the rider.
Ben,
and Bobby,
tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Your 3 Spurs boys, you want to put it in the
sir.
private chat so I can put it out, so maybe the rest of us who haven't joined 3 Spurs boys yet.
Everybody is
you know what, Eugene, to be honest with you, I don't know, can I?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can. Okay. I don't know if I'm on my phone page. If it'll kick me out of the, I'll go get it and then I'll come back in if worst case scenario.
Okay,
it's
no
just-
problem. Take your time.
I'll do it, Bobby. I can do that.
For me, Ben, thank you. God bless you, buddy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
also,
Ben
guys,
can
I'm
do that.
just driving right now. That's why I've got my camera off. But I just saw this group of lovely people, and I just had to join the party when Eugene invited me. You don't say no to
Always
Eugene.
welcome.
If you go onto YouTube and just type the number 3 Spurs boys, all as one
All
word,
one word.
you'll find them without having to have the link as such. So
I appreciate that, guys. Really do appreciate you supporting
Bobby,
the kids. You know, sorry.
you would be cut off if you tried to go into a different app on your phone, because that's what happens to me.
Yeah, I thought so. So thank you, Ben, for doing that for me. I appreciate it.
All right.
And
you'll
maybe
be up
touching
there.
my phone while I drive around is not a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do what I do, all right?
No, you're an expert at it
Uh,
though, Eugene. You remember, I'm
yeah.
still trying to get used to using my my laptop at home doing this stuff. So
Oh, I'm no expert. I'm really lazy at it. But sometimes I do Eugene driving with Eugene, right? But that's a bit dangerous, so don't want to go too much.
yeah, but that's what makes it fun.
Oh yeah, it makes it fun. The drama of it, right? But guys, coming back to the games, right? We have 7 more games to go.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
No, isn't it?
7.
Yeah.
I think 7.
That was
yeah.
the 31st. I thought it was the 30th. Okay.
Oh, we got 6 more.
No,
No. You said 7.
we've played
I'm wrong.
32.
Six
We
games.
played
yeah.
Oh, that means we got
32.
6 more.
That means we got 6 more.
Yeah, so 6
Six more.
then. Yeah.
Six
Okay,
then.
so I
Yeah,
am
that's
right.
6.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arsenal
6 more
I was
played
gonna say, don't tell me the Indian guy got the math wrong. Normally, this is what we're good at.
You invented the number 0.
Yeah.
Indians invented the number 0.
There you
yeah.
go.
But,
And minuses.
Yeah. Ben, you were at the match, were you?
I was at the match. I wish I didn't
Oh.
go. I wish I stayed at the coffee shop. There was a lot more fun there. I was there. It was miserable. I had an Italian shouting in my ear, but in my mistake, I actually invited her. So that's why I had an Italian shouting in my ear.
Oh.
But
Well, I guess that's our last game.
Okay, just if anyone's interested, after 52 minutes, Chelsea 0, Crystal Palace 0.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've got
thank
it.
you. I am interested. Thank you.
Didn't even bother.
Okay. And what do you think about the game? Watching it live, Ben?
what I saw was a team that it was rudderless. Brighton did what Aston Villa did to us. They turned up to stifle us. Anytime we got any sort of momentum, they kicked us. They stopped us, tactical fouls, and they were the better team because of it. They stopped us having any momentum.
Everything. Yeah.
And we couldn't adjust to it. Poor refereeing allowed Brighton to kick us like they did in the Aston Villa game, but we can't make excuses that the referee stopped us winning a game. We lost a game because we were poor. Benson was clearly not fit. That the whole knee problem thing came out before the game, and he saw it. He was definitely not fit. He wasn't conducting the midfield, so it was just a lackluster performance. There was no tempo setter, and there was no depth to change it. As Kuva said in the chat, if we needed an Ollie Skip to go in there and start kicking people, but we didn't have anyone to really do that.
Don't have them. Yeah.
We had wings though.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was when
that's
he
what's
came
sad
on,
because
that was his chance, wasn't it? That was Winks' chance when he came on. Yeah, now's your chance, Harry.
Oh, he's had chances. He's blown them all by this point.
Yeah, well,
I don't think anybody has any faith left in him. I had a little bit, and I'm done with it. It's gone. A little bit I had, he's gone. It's gone.
I don't want to blame the manager because he's only, but I do want to. I am going to blame the manager. In terms of, we should have taken off Reguilon and gone to a back four and put an extra man in midfield. That would have given us an extra man in midfield to stop it. That would make more sense than taking off Sonny or a Bentancur. Yeah. Having 2 men in midfield against their 3 was never going to work. And
especially with the way Basuma was playing.
He should have done it at half time. He should have taken Kulusevski off at half time. At the end of the day, Kulusevski, one of his quietest games, and he was edging. I think he would have only had to make one minor tackle.
Been sent off as well.
Yeah. I think one minor tackle and he would have gone. Whereas that bloke who got away with it for Brighton, he made 3. Where that bloke for Brighton made that 3 challenges and still got away with it. I don't think Kulusevski would have got away with anything if he had made a challenge because to be honest with you, I thought he was lucky to not.
He was lucky he was there. Yeah. I agree.
It's on your side of the pitch that happened, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah, well, I didn't think anything of it until I saw a text and then it was like, oh, maybe it should have gone off. I didn't see anything in it. But I'm in the top tier, so I can't really see those. I can see the whole picture of the game and how the team, but I can't really see like little things.
All right, yeah, we were from our side on the west stand, the lower. We thought, well, he's gone. He survived.
Like Scott M was saying, right? I would have taken off Emerson if we were going to a back 4. But the issue is that we have no quality to put.
We got no tools in the toolbox. Yep.
Yeah.
The
That's
whole
You guys
thing
have all
was-
said it, and this is what Brian Daigle was going on about. This is why Brian was losing his shit at my house yesterday. After that game we lost, and he was going to go on streams. I thought my basement was going to be absolutely just destroyed because all you saw was fire, and of course, all directed completely at Levy. And you know what? I can't argue with the guy. Like when I try to even reason with him and stuff, he validates everything he's saying, and he's not wrong because the end of the day, we got to go up the food chain, and this is not just something now. We're talking 3, 4, 5th manager now that we're into that we're saying the squad hasn't changed. We haven't refreshed them. We haven't given them the tools. We just keep changing managers. It's just there's no football philosophy in that club anymore, and it's absolutely disgusting. And it all comes down to that piece of shit Levy. And you know what? For all the people that want to support him and look at the fact that we've got this flashy stadium because of him, and we've got the revenue coming in, and we're going to be able to compete with the big boys now, well, that's bullshit because we've been in this stadium for 2 years now, and we're not competing with the big boys because if you look at what the big boys, so-called big boys, are doing on paper compared to what we're doing, we're lucky to be where we are fighting for top 4. Because if Conte had not come in, he is the sole reason we are where we are and that we're even competing. But, everybody else had the same tools. They were unsuccessful. So that just shows that Conte's the reason we are where we are. But Levy's, he's just fucked it for so long. And we as fans, I don't understand how more people are not sick of it and fed up of it. That just really, really bothers me that Winks has to come on to try to change the game for us. And when a player comes on the field, I literally almost vomited in my own mouth watching that number come up on the referee sideline board that's what's coming on the field now. And I would, this is Bentancur had to start at 60 or 70% at best because he's a better option than Winks at 100%. That's terrible. It's sickening.
He wasn't the only. Unfortunately, as much as we probably all like Lucas Moura, I think it's time to go. He came on and offered nothing, less than nothing.
Yeah.
Blind alleys. He ran into blind alleys and passed into blind alleys.
That's what he does. It's what he's done
yeah.
since the Leicester game. It was actually all right at the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season was one of our most consistent performances.
Yeah.
Every time he gets the ball, he thinks, I know, I'll have this bright idea. I'm going to try and beat 17,000 people and see if it works.
Spot on, Kuva.
And
up until yesterday, though, I thought that Lucas and Bergwijn had actually done an all right job coming on as a sub. I'm not saying I put them in my first 11, but as a sub. So when they came on yesterday, I thought, they might be able to change it, but unfortunately they didn't.
But guys,
too late, Brad.
The thing is that
more time.
they come on when we are comfortable, and then it looks okay. But when we bring on Bergwijn and Lucas when we are in need of something special, right? I don't think those two players are able of doing it.
I think I would have rather brought Bergwijn on at first anyway, because
I agree with you.
Bergwijn, I think Bergwijn
half hour.
Yeah, Bergwijn would. I think Bergwijn would have been, as I say. I think Bergwijn would have been good choice half time even.
Yeah.
More productive.
Honestly, Al, I agree, but I would have brought him on in the 30th minute.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
I would have done what Mourinho did when he took Dyer off early in that game. I would have brought Bergwijn on really early.
Oh, right,
yeah.
Lucas what we should have done. We should have tried to
72, and Stephen Bergwijn came after 87 minutes. So
it's borderline to him. We should have tried something different. The
we can't expect him to do what he did with Leicester every single time.
The changes we keep on making, people have telegraphed them. We needed to do something wacky, like even drop Harry Kane into midfield and put Bergwijn as a number 9 with Sonny up top.
Yeah, that's what the guy next to me said. Exactly the same thing.
So do something wacky to really knock them off their game. And we all the changes we made were like typical changes. Like we needed to do something different, find a little je ne sais quoi that way. They were all.
But guys, I mean, it's not to say to knock Conte or anything, right? But I think Conte has got this single mindset that he plays in this way, and he very seldom will change his formation unless it's really, really bad that he sees it. But must always remember, they scored a very late goal. So by the time we got hit, I think
it's too late. Yeah,
Dyer. Yeah, it was too late. Dyer and if Brighton scored an early goal, right, like what Newcastle did, then maybe that would have switched us on, right? But I guess
you're right,
like
Eugene.
if all you guys were saying, right, we became too comfortable, and I guess we became too comfortable with our own style of play, and like we said, Potter sussed us out. He used every
We only have to hope that it gives them a kick in the arse for the rest of the season.
Six more games, right?
Yes.
I'm looking at six games coming up. The next one will be against Brentford on the 23rd. That'll be next week, right? Then
and to be fair, Brentford one was the one I thought we were going to lose. So I think now we're going to be pumped up and remember again that every game is a cup final.
Yeah.
We don't want every game to be a cup final. We haven't won a cup final since 2000.
Well, a cup semi-final.
Quarterfinal.
Sorry, Ben.
Quarterfinal.
Sorry, Ben.
Quarterfinal. Yeah, a cup
semi-final.
quarterfinal.
Eugene,
Yeah.
Can we bring Scott M's comment up about Bergwijn and Mora?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Scott. Right. One thing about that, is people ain't boasting about it or shouting about it. They're the only two options we've got, mate. If we had better options, then perhaps people could moan about bringing them two on. They're the only two players we can bring onto the game at the moment to possibly change a game.
He's saying in fairness, Alan. He's saying in fairness, Alan, that they need we need to upgrade that. And I think,
sorry, does somebody mind reading the comment? I can't see it. I can't see it because I'm in the car, right? What was Scott's comment? Because he's always got good comments.
Bergwijn and Mora have one good game in 50, and fans forget the 49 games they offer no threat at all to score. They 100% need major upgrading on. We can't rely on Kane, Son, and OG for all our goals.
OGs. Big up to Alan. Yeah, big up. You've had Doherty plus 3.
I don't know what your guys' thoughts on Reguilon are. We all know our thoughts on Emerson, but we're stuck with him.
We can't do much.
I think Reguilon has. I think it's seriously Reguilon has to go. I don't know what's happened to him in his first season. He was with Bale. He was pretty damn good.
I think he thinks
he's shocking. He's shocking. He offers nothing.
I think he's playing like he knows what's happening in the summer, as if he knows he's already going, so he can't be bothered. Ben, that's it. That's my.
I don't think he's a wing back. I think that's part of the problem. I mean, I've said before. I think he's not bad defensively, but part of the problem for Reguilon is he's just not effective in that final quarter of the field, and that's what
he's got the pace at the end.
But he was doing well last year, crossing in the ball in. That's what I'm. Last year, he putting some terrific crosses for goals, like Harry Kane against West Ham and the Gareth Bale goal against Brighton. He's done a brilliant cross. That is just totally disappeared out of his game.
Yeah, but what Reggie does is, I think this season he has been in very good positions to score, but he has not taken those chances. I think maybe that's knocked a bit of his confidence in, right? Or maybe I don't know. He's got the Bergwijn sickness, can't score in front. Yeah.
First time either is going backwards, but we need decent wing backs. That's the first place I'd
We need 4 wing backs. We need 4 of them at minimum.
We ain't getting 4 new wing backs, Ben. That's definite.
There's going to have to be some prioritising. But guys, one of the things, and as I say, I'm maybe lucky I didn't see the game because I'd probably be more angry.
I'm going to take a call. I'll be back.
All right.
If I had, so right, okay. But we're all terrible football fans at overreacting. We've been.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're very wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't react at all.
Had the table up. You looking at the I put the BBC Premier League thing up. Our record. Obviously lost yesterday. Before that, 1-1-1-1. Manchester United won yesterday, lost, drawn, 1 lost. Arsenal lost, 1 lost. West Ham drawn, lost, 1 lost, 1. Now that suggests that we're still the form team, and that even if our form drops off a bit, the others, if they're going to take us, overtake us, are going to have to find a lot more form than they've got at the moment. And Man United and Arsenal both have some wretched games. I mean, Arsenal's next 2 games are. It must be at Old Trafford, is it, the game next week? Arsenal?
No, they're at home to Man U.
They're away at Chelsea, aren't they?
Yeah, away at Chelsea.
Away at Chelsea, home to Man U. Yeah. And Ronaldo always turns up against Arsenal. So maybe I don't want Man United to beat Arsenal. I want them to draw against Arsenal.
I do as well.
Thank you, Derek.
To be honest with you, Ben, I was a bit worried.
Chelsea's one up.
Yeah, Chelsea just
yesterday when I see Ronaldo played.
I know. It's like
scored. Yeah.
One good thing in the fixtures, which could be good, is that when we play Leicester, it's in between their 2 semi-final games, so they might possibly be sort of preparing for that. But you never know, do you?
Yeah, but
so guys, to tell the truth, I'm not too worried. Not too worried about what the other teams are supposed to do.
Our job.
The only thing is our job to do our job. You see, okay, next Saturday we're going to play Brentford. Then on the 1st of May, we're going to play Leicester at home, right? And of course, the Liverpool game away on the 7th of May. Then on Thursday, we have a midweek game against Arsenal, right? On the May 12th, right? May 15th, we're playing Burnley at home. And of course, the last game, right? Norwich, right? So out of these 6 games, we should at least win 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. You would hope, wouldn't you?
I would have, until yesterday, I was hoping that we'd win all our home games, but I think we need to beat Arsenal. That's for sure. We need to win that game, and then you'd hope that we beat Burnley at home and Norwich away. So there's 3 wins.
The Leicester game will be tricky, but okay, guys. Leicester has qualified for the semi-finals.
On my birthday, so if they lose that game, I'm gonna be bloody angry.
What game's that?
Yeah, that's true.
Leicester.
Oh, May 1st. May 1st, your birthday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, May Day.
Yeah. Labor Day. Labor Day.
Yeah, at the moment it's just pan, as it will call Ben.
Yeah,
might see you there that day, Ben. I'm going to the Leicester, Arsenal, and Burnley games.
But let's come to the Brentford game. Let's say we go to Brentford away. Brentford will come at us. Right, that will fall into the Conte's plans. Right, we are much better doing the counter attack, and of course, losing to Brighton at home, most probably Conte must have taken a big stick and whacked them a few times to wake them up.
Or threaten to cough on them.
No, don't go there. Right, if they cough on them, then we won't have a team to play on the next few weeks.
Just do what Arsenal do and just cancel games. One game.
Then we'll be replaying our games after the season, right?
We don't have to focus on each game. It'd be great. They won't be every gunner is a runner.
But I think again the Leicester game at home, we have a very good chance because I think Leicester will be involved in the semi-final conference league.
It's sandwiched right between them.
Hopefully they have a first leg that's not that good, so they need to win the second leg.
Or you mean they have to stop falling over? Because if their first leg's not good,
but they lost to Newcastle today, guys. Don't forget. So right, and of course in between after that we're going to play Liverpool, right? And Liverpool is in the semi-finals too of the Champions League. Don't forget that too, guys.
And going for the title, so.
Yeah,
and going for the FA Cup, right? The quadruple.
Yeah. I'm going for a quadruple, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going for quadruple, right? And Aaron says that I'm 30th April, Ben. That makes me one day.
Quite a lot.
I'm 233 years older than you. Good one, Aaron. Good one. Right.
I'm before you, Aaron. I'm 3 days before. 27th.
Oh, you're on the 27th.
So you're 4 days and 238 years older than Ben.
240.
And today's Chris Angelbar's birthday, right? So happy birthday to Chris Angelbar.
Amazing to see Chris yesterday as well. It was great to see him.
Yeah, he was at the pub as well, Chris.
Yeah. And
you got to meet Holly as well,
after that.
Yeah, because I bumped into Holly in the stadium, and then I kept bumping into her in the stadium. Yeah,
I said, stop doing it.
Yeah, then at the number 8,
and
then
according
at the Beehive, yeah.
And according to Chris, right, Holly is like his 8th cousin down the line.
Yeah, because I said, "Oh, you're going to meet the Chris, who's not related to you," but yeah, apparently they are sort of.
They are, yeah.
I thought they were quite closely related.
In the beginning, last year when I first joined this Spurs community, Holly was there. Chris Agarba was always in the chats. We were always joking. Are you guys brothers and sisters? And then Chris was saying we aren't even related. But now we find out actually they are related somehow far down the line. They're related.
The joke's coming back.
Yeah, sounds like our season if we don't snap out of the post Brighton Blues.
Yeah. Well, guys, and of course after the Liverpool game
next week, Brad, post Brighton Blues. That's what.
Well, I think Bobby Kay said so about misery likes a friend or something. Misery likes company, something like that. I thought
that's what the wise man said.
Yeah. I'll get that line. I'll get that line. Yeah. I have got a line saying, "I know what you're thinking. You think I'm bitter, but that's just the beer I'm drinking." Which I nicked off my ex-manager. So,
what about Brentford? Maybe you'll have to do some office-themed jokes.
Considering I used to work in the office that's right next door to it.
Yeah, David Brent. So.
Yeah. But of course, after that, it'll be the North London Derby on Thursday, May 12th, right? And I guess a lot of us are you guys going? Any of you guys going?
Oh, yeah.
Ian, you're going down, right?
I'm going down. I'll be there for the Arsenal game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at the final fixtures for everybody. I'll be there for the Arsenal and the Burnley games. So I hope to be there to see us qualify for the Champions League. I mean, you still look. Oh, it's a bad defeat yesterday. You look at everybody else's. Hi, Colin. You look at everybody else's results, and they've got games. Everybody's got really difficult games. You know, Arsenal have got to play us. They've got to play Man United. They've got to play West Ham, and they go to Newcastle on the last day of the season. I think I just saw there. That's no gimme. Man United have got a difficult run of games. They go to Chelsea and they go to Liverpool rather. So we've still got the easier games. Yeah, it was a blow. We lost that yesterday, like we lost to Wolves and like we lost to Southampton. And just that week after we beat Brighton in the Cup was just
But Ian, this year, right, it's a weird thing for the top 4 race, right? We should have been we should have been way back, you know. After we lost to Wolves, after we lost to Southampton, I think it's like nobody wants this spot. It's a weird thing. Like,
the other thing about what the pundits said at the start of the season, their predictions for the top 4, and there's about 15, 16 pundits, and every single one of them had in various orders Man City, Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea as the top 4. So if you look at that respect, they were even in with a chance of top 4. No one really expected that at the start of the season. So
we were rated like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You go through
as I say, you look at that
anyway. So whatever they say, take it with like 50 pinches of MSG, not even salt. MSG. Because they always talk bollocks about Tottenham and
we was earlier about low balls.
Yeah, big up Graham, big up. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
big up Graham.
Yeah.
Nice
So I guess Ian will have a chance to meet up with you guys then for the North London Derby, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be there quite early, probably.
Ian, bring a trophy.
Preparing for the game.
I've got a trophy. I've got a trophy.
Should I bring the bridle, Eugene? I'll bring the bridle.
Okay. The bridle, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ben, sorry to let you. Because Ian won a trophy lately, so he's won more trophy than Spurs in such a long time.
Yeah.
But then my biggest fear is, right, every last game of the season we tend to screw up. When we need it, you know. That's the part. Yeah. And don't forget we're playing Norwich, so that might not be that might not seem to be such an easy game in the end, guys. So if we are clear in the top 4, then maybe we might be more relaxed about it. But You know what happened to Spurs whenever they're under pressure. But let's see now with Conte around. Will Conte be able to change that kind of mindset and make us much more stronger with much more steel? Right?
If we're in the top, when we play Norwich, if we're in the top 4 and we have say like 4 points,
2-0. 2-0 to Chelsea, Mason Mount.
And there's 4 points in it. There's 4 points on it. Then guaranteed Norwich are going to beat us on the last day, because Tottenham won't put in the effort like they didn't against Newcastle. They didn't put in the effort to get that second place. They settled for, and Newcastle played their best game. Relegated teams
5-1, right?
Yeah. Relegated teams will always play better because they've got no pressure on them.
Yeah,
they've got no pressure on them. But
and after that we bought Sissoko, right?
Yeah.
Oh dear. But no, guys.
Graham's online.
Yeah, but to tell the truth, in the end of the day, the scenarios like this, actually, we should have a bit more expectations, right? We shouldn't have such low expectations. Even being a Spurs fan for so long, the only time that I really had expectations of actually winning something was actually under Poch. But I watched something very weird with Poch, is that whenever we reach a semi-final or a final of a cup, right, he tends to like, this is not important. I want the Champions League. I want the Premier League. The League Cup and the FA Cup is not a big cup to him. But for us Spurs fans, we have not had a cup in how many years now? 14?
2008, I think. Was it 7?
14 years now. And most probably be next year, hopefully, we can break that duck, right, with Conte around and change that mentality that we have. But now my biggest fear is, right, with Poch not having a job next year, the rumors are going around that he's, PSG is going to let him go. I guess if Conte does run out his 18 months contract, which is bringing us to next season, we might see Poch back again in 2024. What do you think, guys?
I'd like to see Poch back with a different team and a different owner, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
The thing with Poch seems to thrive using non-star players and turns them into stars. Whereas, no disrespect to the French league, but when you've got players that he's got, it'd be very hard for any of us not to win the championship. You know what I mean? But I think Poch would. Don't get me wrong. We've got 2 signings in, and then Levy sacked him. But 2 of his choices was Ndombele and Celso. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
2 of his
and
choices.
Ian's watching the Chelsea
I
game.
don't know who it is. Is it Anderson? I think it might have been. It is Anderson. Has headed over the bar from 4 yards, 5 yards. He's got to do better than that. Got to do better than that.
Yeah.
Got to hit the
And
target.
of course, big up to Paul. Paul, it's critical we sneak into the top 4. As I fear, this type of opportunity won't come around again for several seasons. Yeah,
It'll come around if we keep this manager and the man at the top puts money in his pocket to buy the players he needs, and
we'll be fighting.
We will get in the top 4. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that we've got an absolute elite level manager. All we've got to do, well, not we as fans, because we can't. If we had the chance of putting money in Conte's pocket, we'd be lining up the wheelbarrows outside his bleachers for all the money. As long as the administration of the club put money in his pocket to spend on the players he needs, we will do well. So next season, I'm relatively hopeful, as long as the guy at the top does what he is meant to do as the custodian of the club. And I say custodian because custodians can leave, and hopefully this one leaves very soon.
Unfortunately, not. To be honest with you, I think the problem with Levy is he's put this price, or Levy and Enoch, they've put this price of 3.5 billion to sell us, because realistically, Levy doesn't want to go. I think he enjoys haunting us.
That's true.
That's true. Unfortunately, the price he's put on the club is actually if Chelsea is sold for 3.5 billion and they don't own their own pitch, because Chelsea don't own their own football pitch and they're only 3.5 billion, That makes Tottenham a more valuable proposition, especially with the property portfolio, especially the fact that Tottenham is in the path of progress, which is
and we've got everything in place.
We've got everything in place. We've got the infrastructure, we've got the NFL deals. Tottenham is worth 3.5 billion in the current market. So actually, he's actually got the price spot on. I mean, a lot of I don't want to say Leviatas because I'm one of them. It means I'm saying shit to myself. But a lot of people are trying to say, why does he want 3.5 billion? The club's not worth. No, the club is worth 3.5 billion because bricks and mortar don't change their price because they haven't won a trophy since 2008. Bricks and mortar is what it's worth at the going rate.
Yeah.
So Chelsea,
the infrastructure is worth yeah.
Yeah, if Chelsea are worth 3.5 billion, Tottenham are worth 3.5 billion, and that's just facts. It's not no argument with it, especially because I know the property sector. But that is what the club is worth. We just need someone who is a fit and proper owner and hopefully not a human rights abuser to buy the football club. But it's a very good thing.
And that's where it gets difficult, Ben, isn't it? There's a lot, and I understand the motivation of a lot of the online streamers, YouTubers, and what have you. Is Levy out? It does seem a prime motivation, but. By the same token, and a lot of people are with me on this. I've spoken to Rez, Kuva, people like that online. Who do think there's some sort of moral imperative. It just can't be anybody that you get in, human rights abusers, or whatever. And again, let's be honest. With the club having the reputation, at least, of being a Jewish club, some of your rich Middle Eastern dictators who might want to, sports wash their money in an English football club, it's not likely to be Tottenham.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, Bobby. He's back home.
Guys, sorry about that. Yeah, safely home.
Bobby's back home safely home. That's good. Ian, you have to log off soon.
Yeah, I do. I've got. I'm buying my partner and her daughter dinner with my winnings from yesterday. The only
he's distracted by the Chelsea game as well.
Yeah.
Did you get enough winnings to buy Tottenham?
If I'd have put 100 million on, I might well have done, but I don't have 100 million and I didn't put it on. So, but yeah, but hopefully we'll if there's a show in the week, Eugene, and we can catch up maybe with some good results in midweek that will help us. That would be that would be a Liverpool win and a Chelsea win would be.
Chelsea, I think Chelsea's Wednesday night, so Eugene will be in Lapland at the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to Spain, but have the laptop and
again?
The sunshine in the background. I always go.
Don't forget your bag. Don't forget tie your bag and don't put your phone in your golf bag this time.
Yeah.
And
big up
Bob Spurs
and,
here.
I agree. Let's just keep calm, guys. I say he probably didn't hear. We always overreact when we have a bad performance, but let's see where we are in a week, 10 days or so. All right, big up. Cheers, Eugene. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us.
Have
a good time spending your winnings.
It was just going to say it was a massive pleasure to see Bob amongst the Spurs community yesterday. He was sorely missed, and to have him along with the Shawms, Rezes, Stel, Iggy, all the guys that were there.
And Nick, Berry, Ranjit.
I haven't seen the show yet, but how did you fit them all in, Ben?
The weather was lovely, so everyone stood outside.
That's the point,
Ellie makes one of the best baklavas you've ever tried in your life.
Did you find it all right? She found it all right because she phoned me in the morning.
She got in the taxi. She found it eventually. She was still earlier than Danny Kiriakou.
Oh, really?
Who isn't earlier than Danny Kiriakou?
Big love to Danny. But I've still got some of Ellie's baklava, so that's what I'm doing on Tuesday. I've still got it in my fridge. I'm just going to hog it all to myself.
So you must have a high metabolism because it obviously isn't sticking.
It's going to be young.
I just can't put it on. I just cannot put it on.
It's good to be young, Jamie. It's good to be young.
But Bobby K,
yes,
we were talking about the last 6 games that we're going to play, right? We're going to play Brentford, Leicester, Liverpool, Arsenal, Burnley, and Norwich.
Okay.
Confident?
After yesterday's result, yes. Because when you take in all the factors, now that I've calmed down, it's been 24 hours. I've had listen to the people that are actually speaking sense instead of just being erratic and just going crazy off the handle over one game. We got to look at the run of form before that. How happy we were and how good things were going, and we're all buzzing and everything. And that's why I think we went into yesterday's game with such high expectations. We were all, it's going to be 5-0, 4-0, 6-0, 7-0. We're going to smash them. We're going to crush them. We're going to, even the boys had Nick on from Chelsea there. He did a little pregame with them. And God bless the guy. He showed him the stadium and everything outside. And you walked into the stadium with the boys and everything. It was just, the boys were just so pumped up getting to see that and everything. And then you could see the vibe inside and the atmosphere inside. And you get everybody singing and everything. And it just, our expectations were really, really high. And that's why I think we feel overly let down. But when we go and calm down and have the reality check, we look at what's in front of us and we look at the what the team has been able to do under Conte, what Conte's been able to do when he does have the time and ability to prep them properly, then everything's been factoring in our favor. But considering the tools he has, God bless the guy. It's I just hope fucking Levy finally just opens his wallet and backs him in the summer. That's all that matters. But going into the next 6 games, I think we're going to be okay.
I think if he ain't back by the 1st of July, Bob, I think we might be seeing someone else. Because I think that's. I wouldn't be shocked if Conte was to walk if we didn't show anything. I mean, as far as I know, I think as far as I know, we were after 4 players. Yeah, as far as I know, we're after 4 players. If we haven't got 3 of them in by July the 1st, I don't see him staying. I really don't.
Now, there's rumors over here that people were talking about. You guys probably know a lot more about this than I do, but Joe Lewis's daughter was looking to take control of the club or something like that. And
I know
was that she doesn't want Levy.
Right, I can tell
that's
you.
all I know about it, just that.
I can tell you what feedback I've been given is that the one thing with Joe Lewis's daughter is she likes football.
Mm-hmm.
She does like football. That's all I can say. I don't know whether she's going to do stepping in and all that, but she does like football. Okay. So that could, So the only thing it could pay us good in a way, which I don't wish it upon anyone. But if anything happened to Lewis, then something might happen, because none of us know what Lewis does or what control he really has. You know what I mean? He mostly doesn't have. He doesn't seem to be in the spotlight. But I still say to this day that I think he had a big say in the possible ESL, joining the ESL, because he's in partnership with the bloke who is funding it, the Irish bloke. What was his name, Greg?
He's on JP Morgan, the firm.
Yeah, JP Morgan. Yeah, well, him and Morgan have got 3 or 4 restaurant businesses like shared. They do it together.
Okay.
And there's a few, and they've got a couple other bits. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was Lewis told Levy, because Levy does have Lewis must have some involvement, because otherwise Levy wouldn't go out there to see him asking for money for this and money for that, or what's happening here and there. You know what I mean? So he's definitely not as silent as what people think. I don't think it's just that he don't show it. I think he leaves Levy to get the slack. Leaves it, and I'm Levy out now, but I think he leaves Levy to get the slack. Apparently it was Joe Lewis that told. Okay. Kane was due to go home, and Kane was ready, as good as packed. And Joe Lewis turned around to him and says, "No, you're staying for another week, boy." He said you're mentally drained from that Euros final. It physically exhausted him. You're staying for another week, and that's why you never heard Levy in the week running up to that, where Kane was meant to have been back, because it was Lewis's decision, nothing to do with Levy.
I mean, I heard from Maxi Miller that Kane was given an extra 2 weeks. I mean, the whole fiasco about Kane leaving when he was literally staying in Joe Lewis's hotel. You don't tell your boss you're gonna leave while staying in his hotel.
No.
Otherwise, that'd be a bit awkward, wouldn't it? He'd hanging out with his boss in his hotel, but he's leaving. That'd be very awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Harry Kane's that stupid.
No.
I don't think he's stupid at all. But if he did that would be bollocks to the extreme, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But so it was a lie again. Lies made up by the Sky Media and Gary Neville and all those tossers over there.
The
Ruining
British media lies.
Yeah.
I don't think
I thought that everything was the truth.
the media lies.
Yeah, no,
all media's.
it's everywhere, Ben. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you
But
guys.
guys, we don't even talk about Kane going. I mean, about going to leave and all. He went after the Aston Villa game. He went to Augusta.
The golf thing,
right?
yeah, that's
So,
what I was just going to bring up. Yeah,
not very happy
Yeah.
at all.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that affected him a bit, or
yeah, but would we care had we won
disrupted
3-0?
him? Yeah.
No, we
None of
wouldn't.
us would care.
No.
We
I
wouldn't
think-
say nothing. No, it wouldn't be a story at all. None of us would be talking about it.
That's true. That's true.
But it showed in
Right.
his performance.
It just seems
What-
like
what- Yeah, a lot of
so
Derek
looking
says
for
right.
this-
Our subs yesterday could not even get onto the Chelsea bench. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. That's what's wrong with Spurs, right? Yeah, and we need
Derek, you're right.
Our
to
subs couldn't get on most
address
benches.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Our
yeah.
subs couldn't get on
And,
most Premier League teams.
yeah. And Alfie Bear ask Ellen about the fate of Tottenham player that made disappointing comments about Lewis' daughter. Al, what's that mean?
Well, apparently,
Disparaging.
I can't
Oh,
remember-
disparaging. Yeah.
I
It's
can't
rumored.
remember the player. I think I don't know if it was Stephen Corker. Apparently, that there was in training or something, or in the complex, and Joe Lewis's daughter walked past, and apparently Corker made a comment about the size of Joe Lewis's daughter's backside, and it was heard by someone, and it was fed back to someone, and he was sold within days.
Okay, that'll be interesting. Yeah.
More importantly, what was the comment?
That she had to get asked.
Mind you,
Happy
if
Easter,
it,
boys.
mind you, if it worked, maybe you can
Get
orchestrate a
Lucas
situation.
Moore saying that Barrage and comments about on backside. Get him
No.
out. Wigs.
Daniel Levy.
Guys, has anyone got a picture of Lewis's daughter?
No.
Okay, this is a family show.
Okay, not those kind of pictures. Right. Now, to tell the truth, according to, it's general knowledge that actually Lewis's daughter is a Spurs fan herself, right? And she loves the club, right? And all these years, I'm not sure why hasn't she actually stepped in, right? After all these years, the fans being so unhappy and all that. Why now? She could have stepped in 10 years ago, right? Right. And of course, what Bob Spurs says, right? If we won, Kane wouldn't even be a story. No one person questioned his trip before the game. Yet it becomes a convenient narrative afterwards. Everyone needs to chill. Yeah.
I think the most important narrative is Conte wasn't taking training last week because he had COVID.
Yeah.
I think that's possibly why we lacked intensity. We need as long as Conte is on that pitch, that training pitch next week, I think we'll be fine. I think the players will get the kick up the backsides they need. I think the little niggling injuries that Bentancur had, I think will be done because he was at least 70% fit. I think that niggling injury would be gone because he was 70%, but he looked like he could still do a job. But as long as Conte is on that pitch, I think we'll be fine. We need him to be taking those training sessions, especially with these games.
Yeah, because he does get involved, doesn't he? He physically gets involved. With the
We
training
need
session.
that intensity in those training sessions.
But guys, haven't you thought that maybe the teams that we're going to face, right, have come up with a plan, right? You know, every time you play Tottenham, rough them up, right? If you rough them up, then they
the refs aren't
will
stopping it. Why not?
Yeah, right.
Maybe
But the only
we
thing
need
is
to
that
start doing it. That's one thing we need to start doing.
I thought we gave them as good as they gave us. To be honest with you, Ben. I thought
We've only got weak players, though, have we? I mean, our first 11 are quite strong.
I don't think
we're giving it at all. I didn't see Romero put in a strong tackle at all once. I want to see Romero leaving the back three and then taking out their centre half.
Did we pick three yellows up in the first half?
Yeah, Emerson picked one up.
3 yellows in the first half.
Well, Ben had one yellow. It was the girl he invited to the game.
Shouting in Italian.
Sorry, here you go, Eugene. Twitter picture. That's her on Twitter. Vivian Lewis something Silverton.
Okay, she's married. That means
She's married then. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Imagine how she'd be seen as a god if she walked into the club, taking over from her father, and the first thing she did was sack Levy. She'd
Oh God, she'd have a statue outside.
Yeah, she'd
That
have
day. That
Ben,
day.
that sounds like something that happened on WWE, isn't it? You know, you enter the
SmackDown.
Yeah.
You're fired.
You see a window open, you see Levy come get chucked out of it, and you see her waving goodbye. Perfect video.
So you're
Perfect
saying-
video to the start to her tenor.
You're saying that Joe Lewis is Vince McMahon and she's Stephanie.
There you go. The savior.
Unfortunately, Levy is Shane at this moment in time.
Mm.
Here comes
Too
the
bad.
money.
So who's Triple H?
Oh,
Paratici.
but
Maybe
nah.
Paratici.
At this moment in time, Santino Marella. As much as I love Santino Marella.
Well, guys, to come down to it, right? Like what Bob says, we have to chill.
Yeah.
Right, we have to still take one game at a time. I think we will get a result against Brentford because after what happened at Brighton, maybe Brighton is the Brighton result will be a wake-up call for us, right? And we will more or less have to turn and wake up, right, under Conte. And I think even in Conte's press conference, he was very calm, right? He was very calm and he wasn't like going crazy and ranting and all that. But that's how I see it. And we have to trust Conte. But my biggest fear still is that our squad depth isn't that good, right? Imagine that. But my surprise is that Conte has all this youth on the bench, but he never uses them. Like Harvey White.
Well, didn't he bring in Levener?
He did.
He had him on the
He had it on the bench, yeah, but he hardly ever plays them, right?
That one.
Yeah.
There you
And
go,
Graham
Eugene.
is saying she is in a relationship with Craig Johnston,
Thanks,
the
Rev.
ex-Liverpool player.
Wow.
Seriously? Oh
Wow.
dear.
Wow, he retired and did all right, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think he's missing any meals.
How do you know that, Graham? That's it's public knowledge.
I've seen reports of it. I wouldn't be able to remember it, but I've seen reports. I wasn't too sure whether it was one of her relationships or whether it was a recent one.
And don't forget, guys, when we play Brentford, right, Ericsson will be there too. Yeah.
I hope Derek's right in there.
Yeah.
There's rumours that he's keen on moving to Tottenham. There are quite heavy rumours that he wants to. Not that I actually want him at the club because we don't play a system that suits him, and also he dumped us. So, but
I see. I got to disagree with you, Ben, on the dumped one because I think we're being a bit harsh on him. Because even when you watch it in the documentary, he's saying that Levy says to him in it specifically that we're offering you the same wage as anybody else. We're willing to match it. You're saying you want to leave and take on something new. You want a new challenge, and we all know his wife at the time was influencing that decision as well. Now, as a married man, I know that that's 70% of your decision made, pretty much, if your partner is saying I want to leave. So, he had maybe very little influence on what we know personal life-wise and all. And then he realized that the grass is not necessarily greener on the other side. Hence the reason he wants to come home, right? So if he truly wants to come back to us and be the Ericsson that we had and not the one that left kind of playing poorly in the last year, then, hey, I gladly welcome him back. And still, I think he'd have the ability to change something. He's a better option than Winks.
I mean,
that's true.
I'm a better option than Winks, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, fair enough.
Most of us are. Most of us are.
Al's a better option than Winks. Sorry.
No, not really, no.
I would say if let's take your point, and the wife was 70% of his decision making of why he wanted to move to Inter. Why did he down tools for 18 months?
Ben, I think
because the decision was probably her. She probably started influencing that decision from before, and the fact that Levy tried to lowball, right? But sorry, Brad.
The last season, the last actual full season he played, Spurs literally forced him to have to carry on playing with that when he needed an operation. He played most of that season with a strain in his groin.
Yeah.
Really, I've had two players now that they did that to him and Kieran Trippier.
Yeah, and he needed. Well, I heard different story about Trippier. I heard that he got a bit friendly with Poch's assistant Junior's daughter.
What?
Jesus' daughter.
What?
Apparently, Trippier and Jesus' daughter had a bit of a fling, and that's one of the reasons why Trippier was waving goodbye.
Okay.
I heard so many stories about that.
Yeah.
Okay. The stories that goes on, right, about Spurs players. Yeah.
We can't deal with hypothetical. We don't know if it's happened because unless it's been said.
Well,
allegedly, yes, allegedly. Yeah.
Everyone's favorite word.
Yeah, everything's allegedly nowadays, right? You right. But coming back to the yes, Bobby, go ahead.
Sure, I was gonna say, what do you guys think? Like you asked me, I'm curious how you guys feel going into Brentford. You know, Eugene, how do you think we're gonna do now? Are we gonna come back? Are we gonna bounce back, or should we still be fearful with going there? And they've won 3 in a row now, is it?
I think we'll go into the match with our eyes open because, like most folk have been saying, the hopes are that Conte would have put a rocket up the rears of several players over the next several days, so they'll be under no confusion as to what their role is in the game and their aim is in the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess that's what we should be. We should have a bit of more. We should have the confidence, right, to support the team, to give all our support, and of course, to see what Conte can do, right, after what happened at Brighton. Not at Brighton. What happened during the Brighton game at home? So we were lethargic. We were disorganized, right, and the fire wasn't there. So I guess going to Brentford, we should bring the fire back, right? And I do feel a bit confident about it, right? I do feel a bit confident. If we had beaten Brighton or drawn with Brighton, then maybe, right, I would have been a bit less confident. But now, after losing to Brighton, I feel Conte will do his job, right? Conte will do his job.
I'm worrying about it, to be honest.
I don't like his compliment of Winks. I don't think Winks is championship level. I think he's Conference League level. But, I mean, I'm not even talking UEFA Conference League. I'm talking Blue Square Premier League. He's not even that good, Derek. You're being too nice to him, sir.
Derek's a nice guy. That's why.
Derek's a very nice guy.
Yep. And of course, Alan, what do you think about the Brentford game?
Dreading it, mate. Dreading it after the performance yesterday. Hopefully they do get the kick up the arse they need, and hopefully they do come out. I don't know whether Brentford will play the same kind of they play attacking football, but I'm not too sure they're full on high press. Which could, so that could play into.
But like Brighton, they're hard working and they're not going to just slack off.
Yeah. But guys, isn't this like another London derby?
Yeah, London derby.
Yeah. Any of you guys going for the Brentford game? Since it's
I'm going to try and get a ticket, but it depends. We got where I used to work. They got some seats, so I'm going to see what I can do. But it's on telly, live on TV.
5:30 kickoff. It might suit us with it being less hot. It might suit us.
Yeah, I think 5 is 17:30, so that would be more or less on Saturday or Sunday.
About now.
Yeah, Ben in Malaysia and Manila. It's it's 1:30 in the morning and it's still 28 degrees centigrade. So
I remember the Champions League finals and it was 35 degrees at 1 in the morning. So
God, Jesus, yeah, that was so hot that day.
That weren't pleasant.
No, on the way to the stadium, walking from the coach's part to the stadium, I needed to go for a wee, and they had these little portable toilets, the portable cabins that you see.
Yeah, I remember.
Can you imagine how hot that was inside that? It was like Jesus.
That day was unbearable.
It was awful.
Yeah. How's the weather now in London? Is it turning really hot now?
It's nice, but it's got a chill to it.
Yeah, 18
bit of a chill to it today.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, summer hasn't fully hit yet.
15 degrees centigrade. It's hot. It's shorts weather because we're not used to it here.
Well, Paul says that I've got a sneaky feeling that we'll pick up some bonus points at Anfield. Am I the only one?
I hope you're right, Paul. I hope you're right.
Yeah. To tell the truth, I think I see it as a draw too. You know, that game, because Liverpool have its commitments in the Champions League, right?
Yes,
And
a
they're
lot of
playing
games.
Villarreal, right? So since with Lo Celso, Foyt, and Capoue, right, they're all at Villarreal. Let's see whether they'll do us a favor and kick some legs there.
No, the Celso will fall him down on the ground and say, "There you go. There's the goal."
I do worry about Tottenham. Seem to be a slow starter, and I think Brentford will come at us in that first 15, 20 minutes. So if we can get through that first 20 minutes,
one of the things we've got to do, we've got to nullify Ivan Toney. So Romero has got to really be on his game. He's got to be snapping at his ankles all game. Otherwise, if we can stop him, we can have a decent game. But
we've got to stop his the production, like what's coming into him. He's good in the air. So at the end of the day, we've got to stop. We've got to
does Brentford have better wing backs than us? That's the question.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't.
Brentford has better wing backs. Yeah.
Redbridge have better wing backs than us, to tell the truth. But
Brighton has better wing backs than us.
Yeah, that's the thing. And if you still have Emerson and Reggie on that side of the pitch, so let's see what happens there. Right.
I would play Sessignon against Brentford. I think that game will really suit him if he's fit. I think he can drift forward and really do some damage.
Yeah. I'd be inclined to play Sessignon as well.
Yeah. That means you will have Reggie on the left, Sessignon on the right. Yeah.
You could do that as well, but I think we've got to play right-footed players on the right-hand side. As much as I don't want to see Emerson on that right-hand side, I don't want to see a left-sided. Sessignon's a good crosser, so I don't want to have to see him cutting on his left.
Yeah. And you've also got Kulusevski on that right-hand side, who's also left-footed that cuts in. So you don't want two players.
And he's very good, he's very good at helping with the defence, Kulusevski. So, we do need someone a bit stronger than Emerson.
Well, as long as he doesn't have a Reggie rush of blood to the head like he did yesterday. So,
yeah, that's true. But guys, we're coming up to the 1.5 hours mark, right? So since today is more or less considered a post-match review and all that, right? I'll just go around and give everyone a chance to promote their channel, right? Alan.
Al's Life.
Yeah. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow 10 a.m. It's a new show that we do. It's on the same channel as Shelfside Spurs, but we're just trying to do something a little bit extra at the moment. So it's me and Barry talking about the game on Saturday, which will be fun. And then I do a bit of talk what's happening on the back of what's happening on the back of the papers and everything else, and a little bit more, and then.
So what's it going to be called? Al's Fry Up.
Al's Life.
I can't believe I learned that song just to make.
Well, Ben, I even put it in my name today because I thought, sod it.
It's so brilliant. It is. It's great. It's so brilliant.
Yeah. It's so much fun. It cheers you up just to watch it. My favorite part is the line in there that goes, "Oh, I'll be pissed by halftime."
Al's Life.
Al's Life.
And the most annoying thing, Bob, I don't even drink.
Yeah, but the song, that's what's great about it, Al. The song's for everybody. We can get pissed before halftime for Al. Yes.
No, he might be pissed, but he'll be in the American sense. He might be angry at the way we're playing.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
At least, Romero's still pressed on by now.
Right, Chris. Hi, Chris.
I thought it was
Chris had a birthday. Happy belated birthday.
I must admit, I thought it was Romero when on that tackle that Bentancur made. I thought that was Romero, and I thought when I see the yellow card, I thought, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
But no,
he
maybe
did
that's
well.
why
He kept himself clean the last few games.
He's okay now. No,
maybe that's why he's holding back. You know, he's holding back.
Yes, good point, Eugene. Maybe he can be unleashed.
He's been holding back. So the next 6 games, he's going to go all out.
Yeah, bulldozer mode. I love it. Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're right with that one.
Yeah. And Brad, how's the songs going on?
I've now got 2 songs that are probably ready for upload. I have to play them again. I have to go and listen to them again because I'm, never too sure. But someone once says to me, you can never strike with perfection. You got to go with it sometimes. So we'll see. So I'm hoping to get them out before I go on my world tour so that you can sort of schedule someone each
And
week.
that's just euphemistic.
No, he's really going on a world tour.
I'm going on a world tour.
Yeah, I know.
He's going
But it's not a musical.
He's
world
coming to
tour.
Canada.
Take it in Canada, Australia.
Canada show in May. Yeah,
And he's doing a short stopover in Malaysia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get something up that's a little bit listenable. As I've always said, the songs I think are okay. I'm quite happy with the songs. It's just my singing and
I've got one
ability that has
I've
to be.
got one title for you. Back in the Malaysia.
Well, it's actually the Sway Stolen EP 30th anniversary tour, because it was 30 years ago that we did a demo. A band I was in called Sway did a demo tape, so I'm catching up with the old guitarist from it. So we might be re-recording some stuff and maybe doing some new stuff.
Australia, right? In Australia. Yeah.
So but you can catch me on at Brad Hotspur if you on Twitter. And also you'll see me appearing on all these guys' channels at various times during the week. So
And when you get to Australia, you can do some Rolf Harris remixes.
Yeah, we don't talk about Rolf Harris in England much these
days. Yes. Nobody talks about Rolf Harris anymore. Right. And of course, Jens, don't worry, Brad, Al and the SSS are right.
Malaysia. Malaysia.
And don't forget to click a like and subscribe to these guys as well.
Yeah, and all the guys here. And of course, Ben, when's the next show?
You can find us on Tuesday afternoon at the Coffee Company. We usually stream from 2 p.m, where we usually talk about what's happened we talk about other people's cultures. Really, it's a very chill afternoon. We come and we talk about everything. Really, everything's on the table except for politics, of course, because we hate talking about politics.
Yeah, well, Ben, you should be streaming all the time, because if you're a coffee shop, I mean, it's a diuretic.
I mean, that's what we've had some great customers come in. We've had some great customers come in and talk about random things. So we stream from 2 p.m. to 3:30, and it's sort of, yeah, I'm not good with jokes, especially when I talk about coffee. I apologize, but yeah.
No, I'm not going to explain because I'm just digging a hole.
Yeah, yeah, but I got caught in a thought. That's why I probably didn't hear it. But
okay,
yeah, join us on the Coffee Company and we just have a chat, and that's all we do. We have people like Brad come to the shop. We have days with Bob and other people coming like Nick Barry, Sean Ramjet, all the people in the community.
Did you say Nick Barry or Nick Berry?
Nick Barry, Sean Ramjet.
Oh.
No, because the EastEnders guy's just had his birthday. I think he's 59 or something.
Jeez.
Wow.
So yeah. Follow us on the Coffee Company, and you never know what's going to happen next. And follow everyone here. Make sure you follow Shelfside Spurs, my favourite channel to watch.
Excuse me, you're on our channel and you just pick up another channel better than ours.
You're very, very close first. I love everyone's channels. I'm always in everyone's channels, as most people know me.
Thanks. Yeah,
all you guys are doing a brilliant job. I love Bobby's channel, which he's just made with his kids, which is absolutely brilliant.
Spurs boys.
All one word, just like Spurs Talk Show. All one word. So,
and his eldest son. If I'm not looking at the screen, his eldest son sounds the spit of him.
Yeah. It's just a brilliant show. It's great to see Bobby have his own channel because everyone loves him. He's one of the nicest guys you've ever pleasure to meet. And just big up everyone in the community. There are too many rifts in the community at the moment. And we all need to band together. We also need to be friends with each other. Keep the positivity going. Keep the love. Keep the friendship. And we need to be a united people. And just like, fuck negativity.
No, we need to be a Hotspur people, not a United people. Otherwise, we'll be in Manchester.
Let's hop that.
Yeah.
Big up
and Bob
on this channel.
And Bob.
After that, man, first I gotta wipe the tear. Thank you for that, Ben. Yeah, God bless you guys. You guys have all given the boys so much support, and they're overwhelmed with it. And Jamie, thank you for the kind words and everything. I'm one proud father. I'm really just happy to be doing it with them. This isn't about any kind of monetary gain. It's just any time as a parent you get to do something with your children that they're enjoying as well. It's just, especially at this age, as teenagers. They're at that point where they're starting to drift. So it's just fantastic. I really love the opportunity to do it. Like the boys already said, you've heard it. the 3 Spurs boys. One word, the number 3 Spurs boys. You know where to find us. I ditched them, though, 2 days a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 a.m. our time, 1 p.m. GMT. Dermot lets me sneak into his show on Tottenham Tantrum Gold. I gotta stop mixing this up. And we just chat over there about Tottenham and everything. And you'll be seeing more from these guys in an hour from now. In fact, their stream will be coming on from their interview today with Mr. David Harris from the Irish Hotspurs. So hopefully you guys get over there and watch that.
That's good. That's good. Right. And of course, before we go, we'll just have a big shout out to the guys in the chats. Anthony Gray, right?
Big up, Tone.
Jens. Yep, Jens. Big up Jens. Right.
Birthday boy.
Right.
Birthday boy him too. Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chris Ackenbach.
Yes.
Scott M.
Paul.
Yeah. We've got
Mr.
Paul.
Hutchinson.
Scott, man.
Yeah.
Bob Spur.
Bob Spur, Elfie Bear, Graham. All right.
Graham,
Who else
yeah,
do we
same
have?
Graham.
Bob Spur there.
Mr. Dub.
Yep, Aaron. Yep, big up to Aaron too.
Yes.
Colin.
Always.
Hey,
Coover.
Colin. Yeah. Coover, yes, Coover too.
Hoover.
Yeah, big up to Coover. All the guys, thanks for support. Right.
We've
Who
got
else do we have?
Ben.
Do we miss anyone?
Like and subscribe to these guys. They're such good guys.
Like to
great
subscribe
guys.
to all of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Bring all of us
Right.
together, make us stay positive. Listen to what Ben just said. It's all about positivity, and
Yeah.
these guys have that.
Amen.
Yeah, Paul Brown.
Carl
Yeah,
Simpson.
Carl Simpson.
Hey,
Right.
Carl,
You.
yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Jens.
Me and everybody. Right.
him, and them, and that guy.
Pluto, planet Saturn,
Right.
and all of their
Yep.
rings.
Yeah.
And guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for your time. Right. And we'll catch up next time.
We might even
Of that, you got to watch this. Yeah, all the
And as always, Reedy out.
If you